Hello everyone, welcome back to Business Central Musings. We continue today with a new development entry under what's new in Business Central 2025 Wave 1. And this is about overloaded JsonObject data type GetValue methods. When we have a JSON object, we normally up until now we would have get a token, JSON token, and then try to get the value out of it, either a boolean, a byte, char, integer, and all these functions here, all these data types here. But now with 2025 wave 1, we can apply new functions like get boolean, get byte, get char, all these functions directly to a JSON object without going through a JSON token. Let's take a look at an example. I'm reading on customer list on open page. I'm trying to process a JSON. First, I'm uploading into an iStream, one of the JSON files I work with, and then I am trying to get a boolean. So I'm working with the app.json as an example of a JSON file, and I'm trying to read the value of allow debugging. So first, allow debugging, if you remember, is in resource exposure policy. So we need to get a handle of this object, JSON object, first, which we do here. We read the object from using the get object, and then we try to get the value of allow debugging. So once we have the JSON object, we can apply the function get boolean. Before, we would have had to do something like this. We would read a token associated with the JSON object, and then we would attempt to translate into boolean, like reading the value and then translating into a boolean. We don't have to do this anymore. We can apply the get boolean directly to the JSON object that we have here. And then I have another example here. In app.json we have an array ID ranges, and what we do, we can get the array ID ranges into JID ranges, which is here defined as a JSON array, and then for each object, because we have then objects, for each object in this array, we get two integers for from and for to, which are defined here, from and then we display the message with from and to. And the last thing here is we want to read the version. Version is a text. If you remember, version is a text, and we can apply straight to J, which is my main JSON object. I'm reading it from the stream. It's my main JSON object. J is a JSON object. I am attempting to get the text associated with the key version, and we're displaying it here. Obviously, if we attempt to read the value of to translate the value of the key version using get boolean, we will get an error. We're gonna see that next. So let's compile and let's publish without debugging. And we had the customer list as the main page. We're attempting to read the JSON file, and I'm just here in one of my app.json files. I read allow debugging was true, ID range 50,152.49, version is 25.0.1017, and that's it. Now let's also attempt to read the version into a boolean. Attempt to extract a boolean out of the version, which is obviously not going to work because the version is a string. But let's see what's happening here. Allow debugging is yes, ID range the array is good, and then we get this error, unable to convert from a JSON value to system boolean. And that's what we got. So we can now use, conclusion is that we can now use for a JSON object all these get value overloaded methods associated directly with the JSON object, and not without the need to go through getting the token, JSON token. We can now, and using maybe try functions, we can now use straight on the JSON object all these functions. Thank you for watching. I hope it helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.